Hi, my name's Maxine and I've been working in the field of safeguarding for 23 years. And today I'm going to talk to you about an adult at risk. So, what is an adult at risk? The Care Act defines an adult at risk as any adult who has care and support needs, is experiencing or at risk of abuse or neglect, and is unable to protect themselves because of their care and support needs. People can find this really confusing because unless an adult meets that definition of as adult at risk, they would not qualify for support from social care. So think about your friends, for example. What if somebody comes to you who's a friend of yours and tells you that they are unhappy or they are being abused, but they don't meet that criteria for an adult at risk? What do? Well, it's that adult's choice to decide what they do moving forward, because they have mental capacity, they don't have care and support needs, and they are able to protect themselves because they don't have care and support needs. That doesn't mean that you can't help and support them. You can talk to them. You can let them know that you are there. You can provide them with information on places to go and people who can help them. If you are working in the field of safeguarding and somebody does have mental capacity but does meet that definition of an adult at risk, then you can refer to social care. You may also hear the term vulnerable adults. Now, this is quite an outdated term, and the Care Act replaced this term with the term adults at risk that we've talked about today. That does not mean, though, that an adult can't be or wouldn't be vulnerable. For an example, if somebody has a learning disability, that may be seen as a vulnerability. That vulnerability won't go away. So that adult will need care and support throughout their lives. However, an adult at risk, their care and support needs can change depending on the situation they are in at that time. So they may have care and support needs at a certain time in their lives. For example, they're elderly or they've had a fall. Because of those care and support needs, they may be experiencing or be at risk of abuse or neglect. However, once they make a full recovery and they move forward, their care needs will change. So it's important that we understand the difference between vulnerable and adult at risk. You will still hear that term, but also vulnerable can imply that the abuse is the adult's fault because of their vulnerability. So we don't really use that term anymore. That does not mean that you won't hear that term. To find out more about this, you can access our Level 2 Safeguarding Adults at Risk course at www.tnta.co.uk. Thank you for listening.